To get started on the take-home midterm, we need to download the .r data file. This is an R environment, so we're going to first download the file. You'll need to know where it downloaded, and so make sure your downloads or anywhere else. But once we know where we've downloaded it to, go into RStudio. With RStudio open, we are going to go to Session and then Load Workspace. So you have the file downloaded, and you're going to go to Session, Load Workspace. And you're going to navigate to where the file's downloaded. I see midterm s18.r data, and all you're going to do is double click it. Now what you'll notice is a new function appeared over here called make.midterm. Now the best way I think to do the midterm is as follows. Let's open this up just a tiny bit more. And what we're going to do right here is we are going to start a new RMD file. And I just went to the plus there and new RMD. It doesn't matter if I'm going to knit to HTML because I'll never actually knit this. And now I'm going to remove everything from below there. So I've removed everything from line 10 and down, and now I'm going to go down to the console. And I'm going to type in make midterm. Interestingly enough, you don't have to put in the period because it'll add that in for you. You'll then enter in your ID. And if make midterm did not appear, it's because you did not load in the R environment, because you should see that over here. You should see make midterm. That's what loading in the R environment did. And now I'm going to type in make midterm here. Now it shouldn't take but a second or two, depends on your computer speed. And if you notice, it printed everything to down here. I'm not going to do the midterm down here. This is just where I'm copying. I'm going to take everything from down here all the way to question 1, and I'm going to hit Control-C for copy, or Command-C on a Mac, and Command-V or Control-V on a Mac versus PC. And here we are. This is the midterm. You can clean it up a little bit with these spaces if you want. It just doesn't have a good ability to copy sometimes while you write this. But these are the questions right here. And what I would do is between the questions, I would insert R chunks. And this would allow me to do the work for each question right between it. So when you get to the question, you can be like, oh, let me just do the work right here for this question by doing the R chunk. And all I did was make my own RMD. I can save it. If you ever lose your data, probably a good idea would be to go to chunk 1, take your ID, and we can delete out this whole generating data thing. It just tells us the data is being generated, delete that out. And we could put a chunk right in here, and we could say make midterm. Remember, we are not knitting this because this is going to make a humongous thing right here. But this would, once again, if we ran this, make our midterm. And it's going to print everything below. I can hit the X. But I couldn't work in that, like just to show you, if I were to run this in an RMD, I can't edit inside of here. There's no way to change that. But this does give me the ability, if I close it out, to remake my midterm. And I suggest saving this, making sure you keep your copy, and putting your chunks between, because that'll help you get the work where you can see it, and you can be like, oh, here's my data right here, and here's the question I'm answering. What is the, paste into the Google form, the value in row 87, for column Q6 and data 2. So something about this. But this should have it. Just make sure to save often, and good luck.